Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promises to her. Luke 1, verse 45.
Hey guys, so I'm back. If you clicked my previous video, you would have seen that I was talking about things you should know before you got into the beauty and hair and fashion industry. And I came back and I was like, I'm gonna switch it up. And I'm wearing some glasses I got from Sunglass Spot. I'll put the number for them, like the the item number in my description below. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Angel, also known as Kat Bahadur. If you are returning, thank you for joining me again. And yeah, I was like, I gotta switch it up. I want to put some different glasses on. You never know who might see this video and might be like, oh, she cute, she look like a nerd, she cute. Anyways, so as you guys can see by the title of this video, it will be talking about tips that you can use on choosing the beauty school that's right for you. So tips on choosing the right beauty school. Number one, location. You want to keep location as a main factor. I mean, unless you're okay with going a far distance. I went to a beauty school not too far from where I live. It was just like maybe 15 minutes on the highway. And when I was going to my beauty school, actually it was a commuter, and it was within the distance where I needed what I needed when it came to like taking the train and the bus. So which was awesome because I'm just like, it was MBTA accessible because I live here in Boston, like I told you guys in another video, my skincare video, don't forget to check that out. So I was able to take the train and the bus, and for a lot of other students that went there, it was really convenient for them because it was off of a highway route, all that kind of jazz. So number one would be knowing the location, making sure the location works out for you and where you live and your lifestyle as such as that. Oh man, you guys are gonna see that glare. I just paid attention. Whatever, that's still cute. Number two, the cost. Beauty schools range in different pricing. My beauty school, I believe, was more on the higher pricing. Not that that is a bad or good thing. It depends on what kind of person you are. I'll tell you guys a little story about when I went through my choosing of the beauty school I want to attend. But cost, does this cost make sense for your life and the budgets you have on yourself? Like, keep in mind, you can always apply for loans, you can always apply for financial aid and all that kind of stuff. When you go in and you apply for your beauty school, make sure you talk to someone within the financial department, so they can help you when it comes to paying off your beauty school. So you're not struggling, you know what I mean? You're not struggling, you're not stressing out about the cost of it. So that would be number two. Number three, the benefits. My beauty school that I chose to go to was Toni&Guy, and the benefits and the opportunities, actually, those I would say are the same thing. In my opinion, were like worth it. I am able to go back to the school if I ever wanted to continue my education. If they're having classes, or if they're having some salon talks, or you know, if they're meeting salon managers and owners, I could always go back to my academy and learn something. If there's a new color technique or a new cut, or just something within the new department of our curriculum, I could always go in and, you know, go to the classes, because once a student, always a student. And that's what I love about Toni&Guy. No matter what, I can always go back to my home, because that's what I call it, and, you know, better myself in my craft when it comes to hair. As far as opportunities, I was blessed with an amazing opportunity because my school provides opportunities for stylists, like hairstylists, to, you know, kind of compete in a healthy way, so that you can go on trips or go to help other master stylists, whether it's in a collection that they're doing, or just, you know, just to keep your talents fresh. So I remember when I was in beauty school, I applied to be a part of the Cut Above, and I won. Thank you, Jesus. I won, and they flew me and my best friend out to Vegas for, I think it was 3 days, and they paid for the whole thing, and they made sure they gave us a little stipend so that if we wanted to buy food, we could buy food and all that kind of stuff. And it was an amazing experience. You know, it was our first time in Vegas. It was our first time, you know, seeing their types of hair show and all that kind of stuff, because my best friend, she used to be in hair shows up here in Boston. But just to see how TG and toni&guy and that whole brand, you know, produced this amazing experience and event, I love that. Also opportunities to go to, like, we went to IMATS in New York as a school, like, you know, a couple students paid for their tickets if you want to go, and we went to IMATS, and it was like a blast. Like, I wish, actually, you know what, I learned a lot from that day. If you ever want to go to IMATS or BeautyCon or anything like that, don't wear heels, don't wear a skirt, wear something comfortable. That's a really good tip. But yeah, so it was like they always had opportunities for us, even for the show Next Level in Providence. Like, they always had something for us to do, to help us really get into what we were getting into. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a beauty student, it was like, oh, this is not just like being a hairstylist and you're behind the chair your whole life. You could actually go to these amazing events and network and learn things, you know what I'm saying? So make sure the beauty school that you're interested in provides stuff like that. That's one thing that was important to me. Like, is this beauty school providing me something other than just an education? So benefits and opportunities. Also, does the beauty school's brand fit your brand? Like, when you go to that beauty school, how do you feel? Like, does it fit who you feel like you are? And does it fit your life? And do you have time for it? That would be my next tip on choosing a beauty school, because a lot of people enter in beauty school, and you know, some people are full-time moms, some people are working, some people can't do a full-time schedule at, you know, at a beauty school. Like, let's just be real, it's life. When I went to beauty school, I was a full-time student, and now actually my beauty school provides a part-time schedule for those who can't do full-time, which is awesome and amazing, and I wish I was there for that. But you know, I was still grateful that I was there for the full-time experience, because it did something to me, you know what I mean? It was a great experience. So let me just tell you guys about my experience when it came to choosing a beauty school for me. I remember it was me and my mentor, who was also my godmother. She was like, Angel, we need to get you to do something. You need to get your education, whether you go back to college or you know, do something, whatever the case is. And it was like, ding, it was a light bulb in my head, because I was like, oh, how about beauty school? Because I'm good at doing hair, I'm good at doing makeup, and it ties into fashion, because that was where my heart was at, and my heart's still there, was fashion. So making clothes and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, ooh, I could just be like a one-stop shop. Like, get your outfit done by me, get your hair done, get your makeup done, boom. And I could do nails too, honey, I'm qualified. So boom, you know what I mean? Except for toes, I wouldn't touch toes. So, and it took me back. So rewind a little bit. When I left high school, I remember when I was looking at schools, I actually had in my mind like, oh, I'm gonna check out Empire. And when I went to Empire, my experience was that I felt like they just wanted my money. I felt like they just wanted me to be another student there, aka another number, and they just wanted my money. So I didn't really feel inspired, I didn't feel creative, I didn't feel like, ooh, this is where I belong. I felt like, oh, potential. But this was when I was like in high school, like just about to leave and graduate. So this was 2011. Well, 2010, because I was looking at the school before my graduation date, which was in 2011. So fast forward now with my godmother, and she's like, okay, let's set a day. We're going to go to 3 different schools, because I told her, I was like, oh, I don't mind just getting my barbering license because I know how to cut men's hair, or you know what I mean, or just getting a cosmetology license and being the full package. So she said, okay, I have 3 schools that I'm going to bring you to, and then you can tell me which school you want to go to. And I will tell you guys, this was one of my favorite days with her, because she set it up so perfectly, because she knows me. She's awesome. So we go to the first school, which was a barbering school in Quincy. And when I walked in, mind you, I'm gonna insert a picture. I had pink hair, that ombre out to blonde. I was wearing this yellow crop top and this like teal aqua kind of skirt that I made, and I was all types of fabulous. I was like fashion forward. It was the summertime, I believe, that we went. And I remember walking in and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'm really excited about a lot of stuff. So I'm walking in, I'm just like, oh, this is awesome, this is exciting. Like, ooh, I could go here and I can learn how to do cuts, like, you know, better my craft, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh yeah. So I get the information and I go to my godmother. I was like, yeah, I like it, I think it's cool. And she's like, yeah, that's good, like, because her daughter Tavisha, she went there, I believe. She was just like, yeah, that's good. She's just, very casual, supportive, whatever. And then so we drive not too far after that to the school called Mansfield, and I walk in and it's nice or whatever, and I'm still really positive because for me it's just like I didn't know what to expect with these schools. So I'm like, oh yeah, I can see myself here too. Like, they were doing hair, there was this, the lady that was doing the whole administration thing, she was very supportive, very nice. Mind you, my godmother wasn't with me, so it was just me and the lady, and it was just like awesome, she was very helpful. But to be honest with you guys, I would probably, now knowing where I went and where I chose, I'll tell you guys at the end. Anyway, so and then last, she, I tell her, I'm like, oh yeah, it was awesome, like I loved it, blah 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 blah. And I'm just super excited because I'm just like, wow, I'm really walking in this. I'm really about to go back to school. I'm really about to be doing hair and makeup, and it's gonna tie into my brand, all this kind of stuff. So the last school she brings me to, and I swear to you, she already had this planned out. She knew what she was doing already. I went into Toni&Guy. Let me tell you, I fell in love, guys. I fell in love. Like, as soon as you walk into that school, you feel like you're about to go down a runway. I swear, if I could get paid for like bigging up my school, I would do it. But I do it because I love them. Like, I love Toni&Guy. I walked in and it was just clean. I mean, like, guys, I mean it. When you walk into that school, you felt like you were about to be like on a fashion show, on a runway. It was all fashion, it was all hair, it was all makeup, it was all fabulous. So I see this cute little blonde girl, and her name is Lindsay. I love Lindsay. Lindsay doesn't work at Toni&Guy anymore, but she was someone that helped with placement. So she's like, hey, I have some meetings today, but I can talk and meet with you another time. She gave me her card. The girls at the front desk were really sweet. They were really loving. I hope my camera doesn't shut off. Hold on, let me pause it and then come back. So yeah, they were really loving, they were really kind, they were really, they were complimenting me. They were like, your hair's so cute, your outfit's so cute, because like I told you, I was like all fashion forward, I was ready, and they gave me a quick tour of the school, and I mean it, guys, like I literally fell in love. I was like, I looked at my mentor and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the school I need to go to. I have to come to this school. I don't care about any other schools. I have to come to this school. I don't care what it takes, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, God will make a way, and he really did make a way. I mean, to be honest with you guys, being someone that dropped out of college, I didn't even do a full semester. Like, I literally just dropped out. I was nervous and I was kind of scared because it's just like, oh, will I get accepted for financial aid? Will I have enough money to buy what I need as far as materials, to put a down payment and all that kind of stuff? When I tell you, just God just knew what he was doing when he placed me there. It was like he already had it written, like, Angel, I want you to go to this school. I don't want you going to Mansfield. I don't want you to go to that barber school. I don't want you to go to Empire. And not that those schools are bad, but to be real, and I'm gonna be completely transparent, the person that I am, it isn't my level. Like, you know what I mean? I want the best of best in life, you know what I mean? Not saying that anyone that goes to Mansfield isn't good at doing hair or makeup. Not saying anyone that goes to Empire isn't good at makeup. Granted, you know what I mean? It's just, it all goes to what kind of student you are and what kind of stylist you are. Because I went to Empire plenty of times to get my hair done. Like, I remember my friend was going to Empire and she did my hair, and I remember actually when I went to do my big chop, it was at Empire. Granted, it wasn't by a student, it was a teacher that cut my hair. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk on that one. But yeah, so like, I'm not saying all these other schools are bad and you shouldn't consider them. I'm saying really dig deep on what works best for you. Where do you see yourself and what kind of school do you want to be in? Because to be real, when I saw Mansfield, I kind of thought, like, if you ever take a tour there, then you'll know what I'm saying, but it kind of looked like a safe house for women, and it didn't. Now when I look back, it didn't really fit who I was. Like, it looked like a place where women would go and just try to better themselves, which is a great thing, but it didn't look like anybody really cared. Like, that school's been around for years and years and years, but they didn't do anything with the building. The building was old, the things in the school was old. It was just, and it's just like, how does that make sense if you guys been here for years? You think you'd invest in your anyways. And about the bashing, these are my tips, guys. Remember, your location matters, the cost matters, the benefits and opportunities they provide matters, the brand of the beauty school you choose matters, how you feel when you walk in those doors matter, because you don't want to walk into some place that looks very dark and dreary and brings you down, because then you're not going to feel motivated, you're not going to feel creative, and you're not going to want to go to school and participate in all those things. And also keep in mind, does this fit your life? Like, do they provide an education that fits your life, whether you can do part-time or full-time? And I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. I gave you guys a little juice into my life and my experience when it came to choosing a beauty school. Like I said, I love Toni&Guy. If you guys are interested, and if you live in any state or area that has a Toni&Guy, go to it, take a tour, then you make your decision. I'm telling you, I love Toni&Guy. I'm a little biased, I guess you could say, but when I walked in the doors, that's how I felt. I felt like that was my home. I felt like I can really just be super popping there, and everybody would be popping with me. It wouldn't be like a competition or nothing like that. And I made some awesome friends. Like, I love all my girls and my boy Robbie in beauty school. So yes, guys, those are my tips. I'm rambling now. I love you. Comment your favorite tip. Comment any other tips that you may have about choosing a beauty school. Comment also what beauty schools you guys attended to and your experience, because I want to know your experience, because I only have mine, you know what I mean? I don't have anybody else's experience when it comes to beauty school. If you went to any of the beauty schools that I talked about, forgive me if you felt like I was bashing, but you know, just tell me about it. How was your experience there? How would you have, changed? And I feel like with all these beauty schools, they also ask how they can become better. So if you went to a certain school that I mentioned and you felt like their school was X, Y, and Z, and you felt like something could have been better, don't be afraid to go back to the school and say, hey, can I talk to somebody that can, better the school or whatever. Like, do something about it. Be the difference in that school. But yeah, comment below any like fun story you want to tell me. Tell me your beauty schools you guys been to. Tell me if you're in beauty school right now. Tell me if you want to go to beauty school. I want to know. I want to talk. I want to chat. Like I said before, comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on my social media. Everything's going to be down below at Kat Bahadur. Like me on Facebook, and be blessed, have fun, and I pray that any and everyone who's thinking about going to beauty school, that your heart is at peace when you decide where you want to go, and just remember to enjoy the ride. Choosing a school is just part of it, so don't be stressed. If you have questions, let me know. Alright, I'm out. I'm talking too much. Peace.